violence and other kind of violence.
Get away! I could be at work, at school, in my car, I can still get shot by the police. I can get shot anywhere.
So it is what it is.
What's good, YouTube? It's a Black Gen Z mindset. Make sure you go ahead and like, comment, share, subscribe. Let's get into the video.
You feel so violated.
I'm thinking, they might come back,
All new at 10, two women living in North St. Louis say they are thankful to be alive after two men broke into their home.
The men robbed them at gunpoint and then took off, and now police are trying to find them. Fox 2's Amelia McGavro shares the victims' traumatizing encounter.
And this happens all too often in the community, okay? There's a famous guy in the community who actually went down for something very similar to this, and I can't remember his name. George Floyd, okay? He was a guy who was doing home invasions as well. And I'm going to show you how violating that is, and, how much pain and torture you can bring upon the victims by doing something of this nature.
I felt that I could have died that day, and it scared me to death.
Linda Smith says she still doesn't sleep very well, with this moment still fresh in her mind.
Uh-oh, hoodies in the Pooh Shiesty mask. Hoodies in the Pooh Shiesty mask. And I was on a live stream earlier today, which I'm gonna post, and they were talking about the black male image and wearing suits, and why can't you be successful wearing street clothes, and why do you have to put on a suit? And they're talking about all this. Oh, well, you're submitting or trying to assimilate in this. Okay, look, the image of brothers in America is in disarray. It really is. And the reason why is because the likely suspect usually has a certain look. And this is it right here, man. And they're breaking into black women's homes. Okay? So there's no way to justify this, but it all coincides.
This happened in broad daylight, 10 minutes before 12, exactly what time it was.
This surveillance video shows two men opening the front door with guns in their hands. Smith was laying in the chair in the corner.
He came right over there and stood in front of me, had his gun out and told me not to move.
That man then takes Smith's phone and wallet, and the video also shows another man going into the back room. That's where Carmen was laying, bedridden because she can't move her legs.
Wow.
I said, baby, please don't kill me. I'm like, I don't have anything, and I mean, I was afraid to.
And you know what? She did a good job. That had to take a lot of bravery. It wasn't like she was begging for his life, like, you don't have to do this. And no, she was like, please don't kill me. I can't even walk. I don't have much to go, not saying that this woman doesn't matter, but she doesn't have much to live for anyway. So at least let her, die of old age or natural causes. Don't kill me. And these super gremlins on Demon Time spared her.
To an extent, but, I'm just one of those people, I believe in the Lord, and when it's your time to go, you're gonna go.
Carmen says she's lived on this block of Amelia Avenue for 2 decades and has never had any issues. She explains the men got into her home using the security code on her front door. She says only a handful of people know that code.
It's very shocking and painful and very traumatizing.
And what I'm thinking could have happened, maybe somebody who's a caretaker gave them the code, somebody who's in and out, maybe a family member. Who knows? Who knows? But this is atrocious. It's horrible. But it's happening way too often in the community.
Traumatizing. But, you have to keep going. I can't just throw in a towel and, just live in fear.
Smith even getting emotional because the day the robbery happened was on her daughter's birthday.
I just prayed that they just got what they was gonna get and just get out of here, whatever they looking for.
And police are still looking for those two men. So if you have any information that can help with that investigation, you're asked to call Crime Stoppers at 866-371-TIPS. In North St. Louis, Amelia McGalvero, Fox 2 News.
Jenna Nava was extremely loved, and her family and friends say she loved them right back. Now they want to see justice in her death and give her children closure.
Jenna Nava's favorite job was being mom.
Her kids were her life. Her friends and family, anyone who encountered her loved her.
The 35-year-old would do anything for her kids, family, and friends.
She was loved by everyone, and everyone that she came around was loved her. Of course, I loved her very much. But yeah, she touched a lot of hearts.
On January 25th, police say they were called to her apartment.
Man. And just looking at these apartments, let me bring it back forward. It's a red flag to me. Just the whole setup is a red flag to me. Okay? I don't know why, but I'm just getting bad vibes from the apartment complex.
25th, police say they were called to her apartment after 10 p.m. Family says 3 of her 4 daughters were home at the time. Another adult was in the apartment.
They saw what led up to it, and then they were sent to the room and to call 911.
When police got to the apartment, they found Nava shot. She died before they could get her to a hospital.
I was afraid for them. Obviously, things could have been a lot worse than what had happened, and
And what he means by that is the super gremlin that probably did this, he could have took the kids out too. He could have taken the kids out as well. Because that's the type of demon time that a lot of these super gremlins are on. So, I've said this before, guys. Women, children, in the community, they're not off limits. And this is just another example of a super gremlin on demon time.
Had they wanted to do more, they could have, and thank God they didn't. So I was afraid for them, and also afraid for what they went through.
Her friends say Jenna always helped take care of their kids, and now they want to make sure her daughters are safe and see justice.
All we can do is be there for them. It's tough because they're so young, and I don't think they really processed it yet. But it's going to be a long road ahead of us.
Kansas City Police says there are no arrests in the case. Her family is asking anyone with information to reach out to police. They believe they know who did this to Jenna, and police are trying to tie up loose ends.
It shouldn't have happened. She should be here with us. She should be here with her daughters.
Jenna was always helping people, and even though people can be bad in the world, do what you can to help others.
They say police did send Jenna's case to them, but they sent it back, citing a need for more evidence. So if you have any information that could lead to an arrest in this case, you're asked to call the TIPS hotline, and you can remain anonymous. Sheree Honeycutt, Fox 4, working for you.
I'm here on the corner of MLK and Frederick Douglass, where a shooting just took place. And as you can see, it's a pretty rough area. So I'm basically risking my life reporting on this madness. So make sure you do me a favor and hit the subscribe button. Like the video, hell, share the video. And make sure you go ahead and leave a comment down in the comments section to continue the discussion on how we can find solutions to all this son violence in the streets. I'm Jenquavius Jackson, here live, reporting from Atlanta, Georgia, BGZM News 17.
Isiah Maynard's family says she was young and she was strong, and there was no reason that she should be dead, but she was found dead over the weekend. The family says more needs to be done.
How did a seemingly healthy mother of 4 die? That's what Isiah Maynard's family desperately wants to know.
She's only 29. 29, you're not dying of natural causes.
Maynard's sister Tara says on Friday she was supposed to see her sister.
She called me Friday at 10:30, 11 o'clock, and she was telling me that, hey, I met a new friend, I'm going on a date. I was going to stop by, but I'll just come by tomorrow.
They never heard from Isiah Maynard again.
Woo! And this story reminds me of the Lauren Smith-Fields situation. Not in the same way, but just the optics. And I'm going to tell you why in a second.
After Friday, she never called. She never showed up. And that's not like her. So another day goes by. I said something's not right. It wasn't sitting right with my spirit.
Tara Maynard called police to file a missing persons report. Maynard says investigators told her she would probably get in touch with them soon. However, quickly they learned police already knew where she was.
Wow. Wow. So the police had ended up knowing more information shortly after she called. This is crazy.
Saturday morning, they found my sister deceased.
The family says police told them the man she'd been on a date with called police to report that she died. What they told them next broke their hearts.
We're going to say that she died of natural causes because there was no foul play.
Wow. So, no foul play. She died of natural causes. Same situation. She went on a date with a white man. She dies of natural causes. The white man calls the police. And, you know, they're saying it's natural causes. This is, I mean, they got 2 in 1 year. What's going on?
I feel like they're rushing the investigation.
The family says police are looking into what happened. KCPD says they're investigating her death, but there are no signs of foul play at this time.
When she got to the funeral home and we viewed the body, she had blood in her eyes and her ears, and her clothes were saturated with blood.
Isiah's family has far more questions than peace, and answers are what they need the most.
I want justice done.
Wow. So I guess we're probably gonna get another autopsy from the family. But I can't call it yet, you know, from this information that I've received, but did she take something? What are we gonna find out in the future? Okay. What are we gonna find out?
If he did it, please, in the name of Jesus, I know God's seen everything, and we just want people to listen to us.
Now, to be clear, this is categorized as a death investigation and not a homicide. But if you do know anything about what happened to Isiah Maynard, you're asked to call the TIPS hotline with more information. Sheree Honeycutt, Fox 4, working for you.
It's the last chance to
gang violence and other kind of violence.
Guess what? I could be at work, at school, in my car, and I can still get shot by the police. I can get shot anywhere.
So it is what it is.